Hi, I'm Margie Patchett, Executive Director of Volusia Tax Reform. We've invited all the candidates running for Volusia County Council to visit with us and answer questions pertaining to the issues facing today's voters. These are their answers. In 2003, the Volusia County total budget was $370 million. Last year, it was $698 million, an increase of $41 million each year. How are we better off considering this increase in spending by Volusia County? And do you think the quality of life in Volusia has increased here in the same proportion?
I think, 2003 is a long time ago, nine years ago. I think we've gained maybe about 24,000 in population, thereabouts, during that time. So when you figure the increase in population, when you figure the increase in the consumer price index, let's say, inflation, perhaps the increased need for services, I think when I looked at it and I looked and examined the numbers, if you look at it on a kind of a per capita basis, really we're just about at the same level when you divide all that out and take in the extra population. So I don't think we've really raised it per capita all that much. And in terms of quality of life issues, I would like to think that our quality of life issues are a lot better now in 2012 than they were in 2003, with the increase of the recreation facilities that we have, the cultural facilities that we have for us. So I think all those things add into the enjoyment of living in our area and to our quality of life.
Well, the first question is, are we better off? I think that our county, as far as, we basically have stagnated. I mean, I'm out here in the civilian world. I do not live in an ivory tower, and as it says on my website, I do work at a radio station, so I get around a lot. And I see businesses come and businesses go. But when those businesses leave, the building is empty still. So are we better off? No, not really. With all this spending going on, no. Can we increase the quality of life? Yes, we can. But I still feel that we've totally stagnated on our economy. And we may actually start to be drifting down, shall we say, in a downward manner because of our property values and such.
How would you approach getting more jobs for Volusia County?
Yeah, I'd wave my magic wand and it'd all come there in a minute, I think the best way of doing it, and boy, this is a struggle, is to help the existing businesses, to help them grow. I think maybe that's low-hanging fruit, but I really think that is where we need to go, to talk with our successful business leaders and say, what's holding you back from expanding? Is it lack of land? Is it too much bureaucratic mumbo jumbo? Is it something that we're doing in the county? Is it taxes? Is it, what is it? And then work with them in some way, and maybe we can offset some of that cost and make it easier for them to expand their businesses. I don't think it's a one-size-fits-all, because each business may want something a little bit differently, but certainly anything that they could tell us and they said, hey, if you'll do this, I could hire 10 more people at a wage of $35,000 to $45,000, then I'm sure that would pique our interest, and we would say, well, we need to talk and let's make this work. Every community is trying to recruit that billion-dollar company to come to their area and pay people $75,000 a year, and that's the hard one. And I think we can't just hold ourselves back in anticipation of landing that giant company here. I think what we need to do as a county, I think we need to interact more with our local businesses. Now, still be a player with Team Volusia and let the big boys over there do their recruiting to get that big company, and then we'll work with them in any way that we can to help bring fruition to that. But I think we have to do both, and I think we just can't rely on one or the other. So I'd be open, to any ideas, and we do listen to the chambers of commerce and folks that are involved in the business community about what can we do to help this economic area for all the people that live in Volusia County.
Well, I'm a big proponent for one of the biggest areas that we have here in Volusia County is we've got a lot of open land that's semi-developed for building. In our fine city of Port Orange, there's a large area there that they just poured roads and they put in all the plumbing and everything's ready to go. But because our impact fees are over $10,000 per house to build them, this has stopped the building industry. So if we drop that down or even remove it for a short period of time, like a neighboring county did, we can definitely see the influx of building come back into our area. Now this, of course, will create jobs because now you have plumbers, you have electricians and cement men and everybody there, even the cable guy will come on by and hook up the cable. This creates jobs. We've got to start looking at a little bit long-term plan on how we can keep this rolling. Reducing impact fees for starter businesses. We just now recently opened up a think tank over on the west side of our county. We can open up another one to encourage businesses. These, of course, are run by the schools, the colleges in the area. But we can encourage them. We can help them. Let's nurture businesses. Let's reduce some of the costs that it takes for them just to get the business permits. If we can cut costs down for the guys who are here to bring in small business is what creates jobs. When you create jobs and you have the people out there putting their money out into the economy will grow. So this is one of our ways we're going to start working on.